Yo, yo. Mm.
Welcome back. What were we talking about? Oh, the
Um,
experience in your farming levels.
yeah, yeah. Um, so we were just talking before stream there, and we were talking about the farming stuff. So yeah, the skills for farming kind of cap out at 13 right now. You literally just unlock a new crop every level. Um, but my thoughts were as you'll level up beyond that, you'll start to unlock the illegal things, I guess. So, cocoa plants and poppies, um, and maybe even stuff to do with like moonshine, like growing fruit or something, if that's possible.
Yeah, we'll need to
Um,
grow the ingredients to make moonshine.
mhm. um, but it's not just about what you can plant. Like your your level also increases the base growth rate for your plants. So yeah, you might, it's the same as an STRP, right? Where like there is no capture levels, and as you level up, there is usually a passive thing that continues to get better. So that's still the theme here.
Do you know
Which is
if
good.
our other skills that are currently people being that are working on are giving the same amount of experience roughly as like your farming, for example?
Um, I don't know. I don't know if they're all similar. I don't know, but it's kind of the same in like SRP. Some things are much easier to level than others. Like it's probably harder to level lock picking versus gathering.
Right.
Um, so I don't think it's a massive issue.
I just think with a little bit of thought early on, we can make sure that our skills, our more important ones, are kind of like equal in terms of progression, just so
Mhm,
that the
mhm.
booster has an equal value for all of them.
Yeah, for sure. And I've put a bunch of tickets in yesterday into Trello for doing actual unlocks and stuff because the skills menu doesn't really show much yet. I think the only two things it's really showing is the farming unlocks and the fishing unlocks. Um, but I'd like to add probably mining to that. Crafting needs to go in there. Um, Skinning, I think we could make it so that you have to be certain levels to skin certain creatures. I don't think you should. I think being able to skin everything at level one's a bit boring. It just makes that skill a bit redundant. I think
Mm,
you should level up into it.
okay.
Um, but at the moment, I think you only get one XP for each thing with skin, and everything's one XP. So it makes sense to me that it scales with the size of the animal or something. And yeah, like I said, you level up and unlock being able to skin the more advanced kills, I guess, or the more valuable ones. Um, but yeah. As for the craft, so there's the mineralogy one, which ties into smelting. Again, I was just going to make it so that your basic probably iron is like level one, and then you level up, and the ores you can smelt as you level up change.
Hmm.
Um,
Right now, is it still at level one for everything? All right, I saw. I think steel's level three.
yeah, I haven't messed with it, so it completely
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I put in a bunch of tickets for it yesterday because I was like looking at our skills and I was like, there's still a lot to do there. It's mostly just config work, but it just takes time. I also still have the ticket in for the train skill. I still don't think we should have two train skills. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can
Okay.
understand it's kind of like two jobs, but that doesn't mean it can't share a skill tree
Right. And
like
that's
in
the big difference
SFP
between
gathering.
passenger and cargo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah. For me, I just think one train skill would cover it. It's just overcomplicated for no reason.
Sure.
Okay, calm down, buddy.
I agree on that one. I was trying some things out last night. I
Mhm.
saw one of your farming shops. I thought it was pretty cool. The interior was pretty surprising. Um, how are you liking farming?
The
Is oh, we lost him.
hello.
Hello?
Are you talking about the Ansberg farming
I think so. It's kind of like
shop?
a big flowery house.
Yeah, yeah, that's the Ansberg one. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I was going around adding those bartenders in the towns. I was just flying around through buildings.
Mm. Yeah, that shop came with all the buildings we got for Ansberg. So it's not a default one. And when I saw it in the
Okay.
trailer, I was like, "That's going to be perfect for like a plant store or something." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah.
farmers."
But, how is farming? Like, is there, like, plant growth progression, like, visually, or is it just, like, goes from
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. No, no, they grow. And I've done animations for picking the plants and for watering it with a bucket. When you destroy the plants, you stomp on them. The only animation I haven't done is feeding the plant. I need to do something for that. But yeah, no,
How
it's
does, like, the
working
growth
well.
work? Is the plant, like, growing in size or something, or is it changed
Mhm.
props?
Yeah, 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 exactly the same as STRP GTA. So some of the plants um, switch models and become bigger. Some of them are submerged in the ground and move up.
Mm.
But they all have 3 stages, same as GTA. So
Okay, cool.
um, yeah, I've just tried to stick to pretty much the same kind
You
of
did that
system.
for over, like, 10 plants already?
13 plants, yeah,
13 plants, wow.
yeah. That's why
13
it took me
plants
so
on
long.
all with all 3 stages, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's already like quite in depth. So um, and yeah, there's seeds for all of them. They'll have their own growth rates and stuff. I need to. I've already put a ticket in for myself to go back and redo some of it. Completely forgot about the feed, which is why there's no animation. I forgot about the feeding part. Um,
Mm.
I didn't add fertilizer to the shop or anything. That's how much I forgot about it. Um, so yeah, and so my sale price is well balanced. I was just thinking to myself, okay, this is how much seed costs. This is how many you can get at the end of it. So if with the worst, like, um,
Worst dice roll?
so and the best, you're gonna make between this and this. But yeah, I didn't take fertilizer into it also. I need to go back and redo it all
You'd
between
add
the feeding
fertilizer
ones.
value to the sale price? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff I added to the shops recently, I was kinda taking your ore prices as, like, a baseline and then adding a little bit of effort, effort value for smelting and then crafting and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So with farming, do you get seeds back from growing plants or no? Say if
Um,
you grow corn, do you get any
some
corn
of the
seeds?
plants you do,
Oh,
yes,
some,
not all of
okay.
them. So for the lower level ones, you do. Um, so some of the models of plants you get in groups, and it's unavoidable. So like, I think for cotton, for example, you get like a row of cotton plants.
Mm.
Um, whereas with tobacco, it's single plants. So I've made it so that there's basically those are single seeds, and the other ones are like packets of seeds. So Kelly's done like little images
Oh,
of
like
packets
a
of them.
cod would be like a packet of seeds.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And it works exact same. It's like planting one seed, except it plants in a row, and you'll get more from it when you harvest it because of that. But then I've just balanced price to reflect that. So
Right. Cool.
mhm.
So there is tobacco growing for sure, and there's tobacco leaves. I mean, I would definitely get on it making cigarettes and cigars. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
I didn't think tobacco would be one of the first plants going in, but I'm glad it is.
Yeah, it's the top level one, I think.
Okay, good.
Um, so it'll take people a bit of time to get to it, but yeah, it's there, which gives us a bit of breathing room before to get the do something with tobacco in. But it's the same for all the plants because now we need to do cooking and stuff and put them all to work. So
Yeah.
um, again, it's just, we've got shitloads of config work to do. That just shitloads.
Yeah, yeah.
um, that's fine. Like we're getting all the base stuff in, and like even with the farming, like we're still missing some images. Like Kayla's been working through them, so um, for sure, it's all work in progress, but that's looking good.
Heck yeah. I know I definitely have lots to do, lots to contribute towards still, especially all that config stuff.
Yeah, there's loads.
How in depth do you want to go with the cooking? And like, do you want to make it so you sell cooked food, or just make it so you can cook food just to feed yourself if you want? Like we have all these animal meats. Like, are we gonna be like having dishes with all these? I doubt we're gonna have dishes for all these animal meats, but
So at the moment, I added that feature to the crafting where you can have a
Mhm.
group of things. So you can cook meat and you can cook fish at the moment, and it's just all of them turns into the same cooked meat and cooked fish. We totally can break it down and do other things with it, obviously. Um, just depends how much time we've got on our hands.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, are we gonna make it so that do we want to sell cooked food, or is this a survival thing? Like, do we
um,
want cooking food to be an income stream or just a survival thing? I guess.
well, I like the idea of it for like being able to self-sustain essentially and live in a random place because you can cook, eat, grow food. You don't need to visit a town.
Right.
But I would also like it so that because the whole like long-term goal is to have like play around economy and stuff. So if somebody's good at farming and makes a bunch of crops, sells it to someone who's good at cooking, who can then sell it to like a saloon, who then just sells it to people to eat, then amazing. Then these systems start to tie into each other, and it starts to make a bit more sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, just
Okay.
gonna let the dog out. It's been a bugger.
No worries. I think taking stews as a early on example could be a possibility because right now they sell stews at like the general stores. Could add them to the
Yeah.
saloons as well, but we can make it so players can make stews.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was thinking of like soups and stuff as well, like
Soups, yeah,
soups, stews,
with your
easy
vegetables and
stuff.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I was thinking of something for the since you added the group system, and I was thinking of something for um, the hides, but that same thing I was thinking could also be for the meats, and it was like kind of sectioning off the meats into different groups. So we have like small game meat, medium game meat, and like large game meat, and then you could have like different dishes that use those
yeah.
groups individually, just so you can like
Hmm.
just so it's not too overpowered. Like the best food, you can't just use like rabbit feet or rabbit meat,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that. And we can have
Yeah, and
like
that like
groups of all
the
those.
cooked meat and cooked fish thing was something I just whipped together real quick, just
Yeah,
a
just to
a
use
to
them.
prove the system works, b so that people can actually just do it in the meantime. But
Yeah.
obviously, the longer term plan is obviously a whole bunch of stuff to cook and eat. But yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
I think making stews could be just like the intro of like selling cooked food just to like saloons or general stores or whatever,
Hmm.
just as like a
Hmm.
basic thing.
Hmm.
With your campfire thing you did, is that something that people can like put on the ground themselves, or they just gotta find ones in the world?
You just have to find them in the world at the moment. But I totally want placeable. Like, I'd love for us to be able to place tents and campfires, and people could just make impromptu little temporary bases, like throw down a tent, a campfire, and start growing some crops in the middle of nowhere. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I want like in the radio menu, I want like a basic crafting menu that you can pop up that you can just make things on the spot, like a
Mm,
basic campfire, like a bow and arrow and arrows, stuff like that.
big pog idea. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'd be really cool. Then you can make a crafting table and a furnace.
Heck yeah. You
Place
just you
them and
just
open up the next level, and then I need a level 2 workshop.
Yeah. Because there's, like, so many, like, random tents out in the woods you could just inhabit,
Yeah,
make that your
yeah,
little area.
yeah, for sure.
I don't see why not, just, one step at a time.
Hmm. Hmm.
And the next thing you know, you're building a storage box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We haven't done any wood gathering yet. That's
No.
one piece of the
No.
puzzle that has to be figured out still. But it's just all the options are kind of meh. So I haven't
Yeah.
been like
Yeah.
jumping on them.
I know. Like, it's probably one of the next things to do. My main kind of worry is like, I mean, the best scenario is that you can actually cut down the trees and then, cut them when they're on the ground or whatever. But if it's anything like rocks, because I tried to make it so that you can just mine any rocks in the world, as soon as you delete the rock prop, the game just respawns it.
Mm,
So if I knock over a tree and it just instantly comes back, it's shit. My immersion. So I don't know how we're gonna do it because I have a feeling that it's not gonna work. I also have a feeling that unlike rocks, the trees probably can't all be pushed over, and that leads it to being an awkward system of can I chop this tree down? And
right.
that's obviously just shit. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work.
One option is like for example, in like wood cutting for a long period of time, it's like you know which trees you cut because they've been like pre-marked with like a red line or something. So like
Mm,
if we make a custom prop, if we learn how to do that yet, we can like take any of the tree props, add a little bit to the texture so they're marked, and then we could make it so they random spawn. So just see people aren't deforesting like an area; they're just going for specific ones if it's overgrown area or something.
that makes sense. Yeah, and that
Mm.
could work. Um,
Something like how we made custom props for like our other 5M stuff. I just don't know how to make custom props yet. On
I imagine it's the exact same. Um,
yeah, if the file formats are the same.
yeah, exactly. It is the same. Oh, cool. There you
It is the same.
go. Because I mean, I haven't touched it yet, but I was thinking to myself, well, I could just steal all of our weed props from GTA,
And grow
and then
weed.
just yeah, and then just implement weed growing just the exact, so it looks the exact same and behaves the same.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of being like the intro thing, it's kind of more high end.
Yeah,
Even
well, I
I
mean,
would put it even above Poppy.
you reckon?
The reason I say that is because Poppy has the opportunity to be two things. It could be an illegal venture, or it
Mhm.
can be an illegal venture. Because you can use Poppy for like baking and jams and stuff like that,
Mm.
or you can use Poppy to make
On
drugs.
that table, sniffing the air.
Mm. Yeah, I see. I was just thinking of the illegal use of it, but yeah.
Where do you think you go?
I mean,
Aaron?
it could even slot in between, um, somewhere, couldn't it?
Right? Because it's going to
So,
need farming skill, and you're going to need drug manufacturing process. So I guess.
mhm.
Stay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could be below it. It's tough, or at least, yeah, I don't know.
But what
We'll
I
have to
mean is,
figure it
you
out.
could have like, if we're gonna have like the same number of wheat plants we have in GTA, you could have like at level 14 the first weed, a couple weeds, and then
Right,
poppy, and then
Poppy.
more weed, and
Yeah,
then you
right.
could pad it out.
For sure, for sure.
They don't all need to be in a row.
All use of heroin. That's all. You said all use of heroin. What about the manufacturing of it?
I was having a look at the props, and there's like cocaine gum or something. So there is some props for.
Cocaine gum.
I think that's
Mm,
what it was. Let me just double check.
interesting.
Yeah, cocaine gum. Never heard of it before, but
I'm not too sure how popular cocaine was back then, to be honest.
yeah.
Hmm. Cocaine plans to shred him. All right, so lots of possibilities with farming there.
hmm As far as the so for also in today's update, I added Ansburg Police Department, so that's our 6th department. So there's now 2 per state of the police states. So I think there's 5 states in total, but only 3 of them have like proper towns. I guess the one to the west has 2 towns, but they don't have like law areas like all the others for some reason in the base game. So
Kind of
you
just
don't
ransack towns.
get you don't get bounty for killing over there or anything like that. So I guess I just think it's the Wild West. So
Yeah.
and that's fine. And then the other state that's up north has no towns or settlements, so it's just is what it is. But I figured that each of the towns are basically in pairs, so they can work together on statewide SOPs and stuff. So they can pull manpower together. Because previously we were talking about mayors for towns, but you could then go one step further and have governors for each state, which could be pretty cool.
Yeah. Would you want both or just one? Like, would you want mayors and governors or just one or the other?
You could have both.
Okay.
So I don't know what the responsibilities would be or anything like that, but
Yeah.
just a thought. Sounds cool.
Yeah. Have people been making arrests and stuff like that? Have you been keeping track of things like that?
I haven't been looking at it that much in depth. I've seen a bunch of the departments have been working on different sets of laws and stuff. I'm kind of just keeping my eye out to see who's standing out as leaders in each town so that I can just assign them as sheriffs and then let them get on with it. Because I haven't even played the server, to be honest. Not really. I think maybe one day, but I literally just every day I'm doing dev shit. So
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword because when I'm on there, you know, other people.
So you're on the main game. You're like, this is fun, but I also want to be working on this.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's like whenever I'm on, I'm like, I'm having fun, and then I'm saying to myself, we've just missed out an entire day of dev. It's like shit.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll get there soon enough. We're like, this is a solid piece of meat, you know.
Yeah. I added the ability to play the pianos this week.
I sat down on a piano in my local last night. Yeah. Are you able to control any of it or anything like that, or it just plays music?
It just at the moment it just plays music. Morgan found a thing where you can play manually, but honestly, it's like you're just gonna be idiots on there. It's gonna be terrible.
Bing
So
bong.
yeah. So I'm not. I don't think.
Is
it's
the
worth
manual
doing
thing
that.
a feature of the piano we have, or you just found a different piano?
No. So I think how that does it is it plays an animation on the piano, and then you like stream audio or something. I'm not entirely sure.
I thought it was like you press keys and it makes piano noises.
I think it does, but not. It's not part of the game, so it's like rigged into it somehow.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, I when I did the piano thing, I thought this will be a nice, quick, easy win. It's a fucking. I spent so long getting that right. Like I thought, yeah, it'll be dead easy. I just need to sit you on the piano and play the animation. Sitting you on the piano, oh my god! Like I was looking at because there's a bunch of open source versions, but everybody hard codes the coordinates, and I was like, well, that's shit. I want to do it properly. Fuck me, I should have just done the coordinates. Like, it's if you do the animation a little bit off center, it just doesn't play the music, or you won't sit down. And if the chords are wrong, you won't sit down, or you'll go to the other side of the piano. And it's oh my god! And if you're not exactly right, you don't see the keys on the piano going down. I'm like, fucking hell, like why have I done this to myself?
Did you have to manually adjust every single one?
No, I did it properly. So it
Oh,
takes
so it lines up for
the
every single one correctly.
yeah, which means that if we have custom interiors, I can place the piano anywhere and it'll work basically, which is awesome. But it was definitely not the easy way to do it. But at least we're future proof.
And you made the script yourself based off of open source stuff.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different resources out there, and then managed to figure it out. But
Nice.
yeah, the hardest part was getting the location because there's different models of piano, and the location for all of them slightly different. So
Oh,
you have to figure out based on the piano's object, you have to get the seating position in front of it, and it has to be basically perfect. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And it sounds like an easy task, but it's not because it's like you have XY coordinates, and then Z, but there's also the rotation of the piano, and it just throws everything into fucking chaos. I'm like, bro.
yeah, it can be so confusing adjusting coordinates and stuff like that. Yeah, or paw positions. You're in the decimal places trying to get it right.
Yeah,
You're trying to like use like big brain things, and like if this number goes up, then it goes down. You know, like all the directioning of the numbers. Yeah, it's
the math bit was like you need like to use cosines and sines and stuff. It's like painful. Like, bro, this is too much math.
Kudas got a message in here. He's posted I think a couple times now about the shop and the money being from the bank.
Takes money from the bank.
Yeah. I know Morgan made it so that the the auto doctor, takes money from the bank because people wouldn't have cash and they'd be fucked. But I don't know why that would be from the bank unless someone made it like that. I don't know.
Definitely shouldn't be like that. Are you sure you're not just been taking drugs? Could shops, server. Uh, buying. Shop, buying. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like checkbooks in place of debit cards.
Okay, cool.
Which is why I didn't add anything like paying from bank to anything yet, because I figured that would be
It's just because doctors, people wouldn't have cash, and you can't open a money clip when you're dead.
yeah, no, it's a pain in the ass. That's why we added it so that your friend can just pay though, because if you can put the money in the pocket, you could just pay.
Oh, like the friend could pay? How does that work?
If you're holding a body, you can take them to the doctor and you third eye, and it'll pay for the person you're holding.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's why we added that, because of the money clip shit. I was like, oh, okay, well, if you were trying to pay for them anyway, just hold them and you can pay, and that solves that issue. Yeah. I'll have to look off stream. I don't know why that would be taken from the bank if none of the other shops are, unless they all are and somebody's changed it by accident. I don't know why the farming one would be any different.
Right. Yeah, I looked at your suggestion in STRP suggestions. That big wall of
Yeah.
text thingy.
Yeah, I think I seen that earlier as well.
The confirmation for the replace close is definitely needed. Um, Chop Shop is supposed to be overhauled by Happy, which involves increasing item drops Soontium. We talked about we need to change the Beth Barrel system, but we haven't. Everything else I don't know about. Tugboats, not happening. Seeds and bins. I don't know about that. Maybe Chop Chop Job. Utool Mega Mall. I don't know. Yeah. I would say the most important thing on there is the confirmation button for replace close. Boy, is that toxic.
What? Sorry.
The most important thing on her list or the list is a confirmation button for replace close.
I've done it once, and I was.
I did it
upset
today, and I
yesterday.
was like, it needs to be done.
I was like until I'd done it to myself, I was like, what are people talking about? And then I'd done it. I was like, oh.
You just delete an unimportant outfit. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Fuck."
exactly. I'm like, no.
I don't know the numbers where I went to my local and
Yeah.
got the outfit information.
Yeah.
Yeah, new way to launder money is definitely in the brain for thinking. It's definitely on the thinking.
Yeah.
Right now, it's you added to more jobs, didn't you? You added to taxi and go postal.
Taxi's in, trucking's in. Don't know if Go Postal's in.
Probably not. I mean, go postal's not worth doing anyways, really.
Yeah. I think Alan's working on bringing back garbage, right? So that could definitely do it.
For sure.
Then you can do it as a group.
Launder money through racing. Interesting.
Go Postal just got added.
No, go postal definitely does not just get added.
That's an
It's
old
one of our
job.
most out of date jobs of anything.
Yeah, I wonder how many people actually do it because I don't remember ever seeing anyone doing it. To be honest.
If you're a person here, like a new player trying it out, but it's definitely not a recommended job right now. Unfortunately, it's money. The amount of money you make from it just needs to be adjusted.
Mhm.
Plus a bunch of quality of life stuff for it. Why are you asking for 4 lap races? I lowered it to 3 max just because some of the races were just getting incredibly long, and they were rolling over on restarts.
Like, more laps is cool for the smaller maps, but the problem is we don't have like we can't stop it from doing that to a massive map. It tries to make all the races fit within a time schedule, but it's not a guaranteed thing. So sometimes when it rolls over onto a restart, people come in like wanting comp, and it's like, bro, just look at the time before you start a race. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You didn't lose any money, so
2 of us do the $800,000 race. No one else joined. We don't know why, but we'll wait because it's not possible to complete.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I was looking at the config, see if I get anything about it, but I don't think I could. I just lowered that.
You can reduce the amount of time it tries to make races for, and essentially make the racing windows smaller.
All right.
That would probably fix it, but it also means that there's less races. And it's also the issue that I upped it to there's races like every 4 hours now instead of every well, it was once a day, then it went up to twice, and now I think it's 4 times a day. Oh, actually, it'll be every 6 hours then, won't it? Is it every 6 hours? I can't remember, but yeah, there's
I think
quite a
6.
few. Yeah.
There's some time gaps between it though. Like for example, the races after the 4 p.m. restart, they don't start for an hour afterwards.
Yeah,
So like
exactly. It's
we
it's
could
meant
push
to
the
be
races
staggered a
like
bit.
yeah, we could push the races away from that restart a little bit, like beforehand, like have them end at like 10 or like 3 p.m. like an hour beforehand, and then make the next races start earlier than they do currently, just so we're not removing any races. I guess technically.
Well, yeah, I mean, what you do is you'd move the one after restart closer to restart because
Yeah.
that would move all the other ones left as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not nerfed the Obey T2. Poor fellow and his ban. One pro tip: if you ever are going to be asking about a ban appeal, you'd be recommended to like put some form of identification,
Yeah, no.
ban ID, something, bro. Like people message me like, "Can you help me with my ban or something?" I'm like, dude, not even like not a ban appeal link, not a ban ID, nothing.
Yeah,
You want me
I
to
get
do
that
all
a
the
lot.
work?
And, yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Lucky man, will you fuck off?
It hasn't been mentioned, Mad Mick. We're in a weird place. We're in a place where I want to make the off-road script way less punishing, but Sojubo is like it's totally fine. And before I buffed it, whatever word one he used, I made it not as bad. He's like, I think it was fine then,
Well,
even though
in my opinion,
players.
I think you can do what you want with it at the moment because I think it's pretty much you've nerfed it to the point where it barely does anything.
You're crazy.
Like I don't know, people just want their cars to go fast and handle perfectly. Like to me, it's just dumb. But you know,
Yeah, but like I don't know. I'm playing a lot. I'm driving a lot on surfaces where my car just performs in like super weird ways. Um, in rain, it's like crazy. Obviously, I don't support going the max amount of speed around corners with no slip in the rain. Obviously not. But like, it can be pretty freaking bad. Like, it can be pretty freaking bad. Like, you got a good car with good tires, and it's just I don't know. I'm definitely I want to keep the places where people should getting stuck. But it's more so like tuning like the soft shoulders and the roads when wet, and stuff like that. I don't want to make swamps, easy to pass through. Keep them stuck, and keep deep
Mhm.
sand areas hard to get through and you can get stuck in those and stuff like that. It's just like the main driving areas, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll tweak it some more. I don't. I like the idea of the off road stuff being like possibly get stuck and sink in the ground and stuff like that. But when
Yeah,
everyday
well,
driving
I
just got
like they do
overall
another
really
script where you can what is it? It's not tow, it's a hitch. Is it hitch?
tow hook or tow rope.
Yeah, you basically attach a rope to two cars and you drag them out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like I haven't played GTA in ages, so if it's bad, change it. Like I said, I liked it as it was, but equally I was just driving around in a Raptor, so
Yeah, freaking four-wheel drive,
yeah,
off-road tires. It's
yeah,
fine.
exactly. I mean, off road that's what it should be good in it,
I
and
agree. I agree.
like I don't know, like when I was on NA, I was having a lot of fun. Like I was doing boosting, and the difference between a sports car off road and a 4x4 was huge. Like when I was stealing a car, I could instantly tell how my getaway is going to be. Like, am I going to drive this off road? I'm going to stick to the road. I like
I
that.
still would like to keep that aspect.
I think I just feel like the more you water it down, the less important that becomes. But obviously, like if driving on the actual road in the rain has become shit for some reason, then yeah, that needs
It
tweaking.
does have a rain modifier. I don't know if we have any ourselves anywhere, but
I don't think
it
so.
does
It'll
have
just be
one.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess Madden Make is something that I'll look at maybe in this coming week at some point. One evening, make some tweaks here and there. Yeah, there are certain weird places where like the ground is not what it's supposed to be. Probably some areas where some custom mapping has been done. The ground's been changed. I know, like near the beach shops, some of the ground where it's supposed to look like concrete and stuff like that. Your vehicle definitely does not handle like it's on concrete. Hands like it's on sand. But I can't really be handled. Oh, I guess we can add zones technically in the script to make it so that it doesn't have effects there. But yeah.
Yeah, we ended up adding a bunch of like exclusion zones, didn't we? It's that.
I added a small handful of them at some gang HQs just because it was nearly impossible just to navigate in and out of their building.
Yeah, I it's a pain in the ass that because like on the one hand, like the chop shop for example, it is off road. You need to get in there though, so it's like okay, sure, because it's out the way anyway. It's not like you're gonna go up for a chase through there. But then
Right.
some people live in caves on the side of like roads that you would and could go down. Um, I don't know. It's just try to find that balance of like because you don't want to basically just spoon feed it and like I said, just water it down to the point where it's not really doing anything or only in specific
Yeah.
places because then it becomes really confusing. It's like, oh, why is it different here? And it's because it's been turned off here.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, try not to make the zones too crazy or anything like that, and just so that people could just even get to their bases.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I haven't had any more though since that one time.
But the
Yeah, the new pillbox reskin is very cool. You should definitely check it out, Sojabo.
new what script?
The new pillbox reskin.
Oh right. Yeah, I've seen some screenshots of it, but I haven't been in GTA in ages. I was trying to fix the ultra wide support for the MDT with Cal. We both took shots at it. He's taken another shot at it that I need to test at some point. But it's just a pain in the ass. It only affects a couple of people as well, which is the most annoying part, but it'd be nice if it just supported all resolutions. So. We also have the same issue on Red Dead now, where the mail script we have, it's even worse because actually you just can't see the buttons on ultra wide. And I went to the dev, and he's like, "Yeah, maybe one day." I'm like, "Oh, great."
For which script?
Our mail script, so parcels and stuff.
Uh, wow. Maybe one
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
What a
and
champion.
he was like somebody in the community's done it, and I talked to that person, and he gave me a script, and it's fucked. I was like, no, I'll just do it myself. Never mind. Because I think he probably fixed it for ultra wide, but by the looks of it, he fucked it for my resolution at least. I was like, I don't think you really thought this through, mate.
Mad Make, there's not really an invisible swimming pool, but like I think water, it just goes down infinitely. So like if you're above the pool
Yeah,
that's on top of the casino, then you can be underwater.
it's GTA for you. Like, there's a house in Mirror Park that does that too. If you go inside it to rob it and then walk under its pool. In fact, I think the front door is under a pool or something, and you just immediately go down. Don't know if we ever removed that house. Probably, but depends what your ban was for. So we don't have automatic ban transfers because we have the whitelist system. The whitelist system will flag up any SABS bans you have. If you're banned for cheating, you're not coming on Red M. But if your ban was for something else, then maybe.
I saw the pigeon system that Morgan was working on, or is working on. I gotta sneeze again.
Yeah, he's been working on that for ages now. I'm like, bro.
It's so
Why are you
freaking
spending all
crazy,
your
though.
time on this fucking pigeon, dude?
Well, he was working on pigeons, but then he came across those hunting issues, and he spent a lot of time on the hunting stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Figuring out all the skins was really time consuming.
yeah,
But the pigeon thing is crazy. You just whistle for a freaking pigeon, it comes down, you freaking write a message on it, and I guess it delivers to who? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. No, I think one of the servers we tried had a pigeon thing.
Oh.
So I'm guessing that's why he's seen the idea. It's a cool idea because, obviously you don't have a phone or anything like that. So, but yeah, I was saying to him it'd be good if it used the same sort of your contact list from the postal, so that you've got like
Mhm.
a unified postal address. Because I don't know if he's figured out how that's because he showed me his thing for and it had like a delivery list, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how he's figured that out yet, but yeah, I like it. I like it. It would pretty much be remote mailing, I guess. Um,
Yeah, it's a weird like, does it deliver to the person? Does it deliver to a post office?
I think to people, yeah. I think
It's
it's
so
person to
wild.
person. Yeah.
Does the time it takes for them to get the message depend on the distance? Like,
I don't know.
are
That'd
you
be
gonna be
good, but
IMing through
I don't
pigeons?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the pigeon system could be a way to call for a doctor instead of just, GPS ping.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's it. Because and there's no reason that you couldn't have to have a pigeon item on you, and then when you call for doctor, a pigeon takes off. Shit, Dad's dead.
You have to, like, describe your location through the freaking message. If you leave Valentine and go north for, like, 5 minutes and then veer off to the right, I'm in the bushes.
And then if you're in a firefight and you see a pigeon taking off, you shoot the pigeon down and it stops it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I got some new trucks possibly for trucking, that I looked at them on my local, and was not very happy with them at all, so I just scrapped them, unfortunately. If I come across some trucks that work, though, then I definitely would use them, but a lot of stuff is just a bit over the top that I've seen. Whoops. Well, I don't think there was any new trucks from the latest DLC. Wait, there was the Phantom 4. We're using that?
Don't know.
I can check. No, we're not. So we definitely could have another truck. Looks pretty cool too. Wouldn't mind one day making it so you can own your own trucks, and you just never have your truck doesn't just disappear. You just move cargo around for people and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at that trucking script we are looking at that was linked by Rahi.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's basically Euro Truck Simulator. And the question is how much freedom do we have around modifying it? Because if we can make it so that you just unlock a point in that skill tree per level in our skill system, perfect.
Yep.
Because then that's it done. um, that's our skill system. Because the only issue we have right now is people have spent money on skill points, and if that skill goes away, well, it's not really an option. So
Right.
if we can tie it in, then yeah, perfect.
And if we can hook into the payout to launder money, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Yeah.
Euro truck sent me. We got Go Postal 0.2. Yeah, man. No one likes package script.
Yeah. Yeah, go post this shit.
There's a massive bug exploit people have been abusing where you can legit get respawn while dead. Well, if you have a legit massive bug exploit, I would recommend making a ticket on how to reproduce it, and we can try to fix it.
And then it's all logged, and all those people will catch bans. To make sure you're the one reporting it.
I only did it 37 times, but I'm making sure to report it now.
I don't want to be the one that catches the perm. This is my free ticket out of jail.
Using the Go Postal job to do house robbery is interesting. Technically against the rules, but maybe we could allow it. How's Armenians going? Yeah, it's been chill. I've been finding a hard time balancing everything and feeling that I'm contributing enough to the crew. Um, but it's been going good. It's been all respectful so far and chill, no toxicity. I've literally had like 0 interactions with the police, which is kind of an issue right now. I think there's not a lot of police in the city, but other than that, though, it's been fun. It's been nice just having a reason to fly in and play and interact with the systems more and stuff like that. Obviously, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like I also really want to be committed to Red M as well, but I think it's important to make sure that all the things are being covered and taken care of. There's a lot of progress is being done for Red M, and there is no major rush, I suppose. I think we're making good progress, good speed, and anything that I contribute, I feel like is just a bonus. Obviously, there's some things that are really important for Red M that need to be done, and it's probably like a more of a me thing, like a lot of those configs. And hopefully, I can look at it. I think I need to start looking at the Trello more, and so I can see and assign myself these things, and that'll help me, like, honestly, just get it done. Because once I look at those configs and just start thinking about it, usually I get it done pretty quickly. It just takes like you gotta get all the gears going and
Also, make sure you're
everything.
adding to Trello when you're doing stuff, because all that
Yes,
stuff you did
everything I
last
did
night.
yesterday.
I woke up this morning and seen a bunch of commits from you and nothing on Trello. I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm doing the patch notes today, and I just had to like wrap it up in a couple sentences. I was like, yeah, I think this is what he's done, but I'm not 100%
You're
sure.
pretty much right, yeah. It was like 1 a.m. when I was doing it. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
current life is
I
cool.
feel the same way. Like I said, I'd like to be playing the Red M server more, and it's the same when we're on GTA. Like, I'm either deving or I'm playing, and if I'm not deving, we're falling behind. I don't know. It's harder when the servers first started as well, because one day of work can get so much done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like on GTA, it's not as impactful because there's shitloads there. It's cool, you fixed a bug somewhere, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a big game with lots of features, and it's not as critical. Whereas on Red M right now, there's only a handful of jobs, and one bug that breaks a job is potentially game crippling.
Right.
And people stop logging in, and it's like, fuck. It's going good. It's going good. Still growing. There's new people going on it every day. It's not, the numbers aren't amazing, but I think it's averaging somewhere between 10 and 30 every day, which is decent because it puts, for context, the only other big UK server also maxes out at around 30, 40. and we were above them on a couple of days. So that's good to see, especially considering how early days it is for us, because we are missing lots of features. We don't have any proper criminal activities yet. We
Very
just added
true.
farming today, which is hopefully going to be a big foundation to build on, because it's like we were saying earlier, it's going to give us cooking and drug manufacturing later on. It's just another block in the foundation. But there's many things to do. We still have to do like wood cutting to unlock a bunch of craft and stuff. So and like we want specific, like a lot of people from other Red M servers come in and ask about like stables. How can they own stable? But you can't right now.
Own a stable?
Yeah, like in a
What does
lot
that
of other
entail?
servers, you have like horse tamers, so only specific people can train horses and sell tamed horses, and like there'll be specific, like you'll own the gun shop and you'll make the guns and sell them. Like the very, and that's great. I want us to get there, but those are
Yeah.
all big systems, and it's going to take time. Um, and a lot of that is because we're doing it ourselves. Like there are scripts out there, we could just buy them, but
We have our shop system that we can maybe port over.
yeah, well, this is it. Like we've looked, and we have bought a couple of scripts, but if we can do it ourselves, sometimes it's better to do it ourselves, because A, it gives us the flexibility to do whatever we want with it in the future, and B, like I said, before we start the server, we've tried out other servers and they're all kind of meh, which means that and they're using these paid scripts, and if the paid script shit and we're buying it, then we're not any better than them. So
Right.
if we do it ourselves, we can be. So yes, it takes a little bit longer, but then it feeds into us remaining unique and maintaining control of every part of the script. But yeah, we've only really boxed ourselves out of a couple of things. Like our stable script is a big paid one, and our mail script is a big paid one, and the poker system. Those are the three big things we've paid for. We bought a train thing; it was shit, so we learned from it and moved on. And we have bought a couple other things that were open source. Some UI stuff that we ended up using, but we
Character
binned a lot of
selection.
it. Character selection, which required work. A lot of the stuff we bought off that guy, like I said to you before, reminds me of the core dev, where his UIs are nice, but his code is not. So it's turned out to be quite a lot of work to get those stuff to work well. And a lot of it is just sat in the unused folder right now, because it's a lot of effort to get working, and it's not worth it at the moment.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Last night when I was setting up the bars, I was playing around with your shops and shops config for the first time. Had no problems with that. One thing I did notice that could potentially be an addition was there's no ability to control your stock. It seems like you have a stock of 500 for every item always.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be a decent ability, or it'd be nice to have the option to maybe have a look to customize your stock for certain items, just so there's not 500 of everything, I guess.
Well, as soon as you open the shop, it goes back to 500.
Right, so stock doesn't matter right now then. Okay.
No, and that stock thing is just a feature of the inventory we're using. Like, it's not something I wanted to do. It's just
Okay.
how it is.
Okay.
It's interesting because it means that it's kind of pre-built to what we are missing on GTA from our custom shops. Is you don't know. Actually, no, you do know how many is in stock, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
In what our player shops, or
Yeah.
yeah, in our player shops you can see how much they have available.
Yeah, you can, can't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say, like, with your STRP shops on Reddit, it has the buying and selling. It'd be cool if just if a player bought that shop, the NPC would stay, and he
Well,
could
yeah,
control buy and sell prices.
yeah. That was kind of my thought process on it. I'd like to sell, because what we are missing on the GTA is the option to sell to a shop, and well, we have the UI for it now. So if we can have a menu that, so if I buy the saloon or the general store, I can set what prices of I buy items for and what prices I sell items for. Obviously, you have to have them in stock, but I think that'd be really cool. And I
Yeah.
think that's again something a lot of other servers do. I don't know what their UIs look like, but buying and selling is pretty much all player based in other servers too. And that's where we want to get to, but we just don't have all the systems in place for it yet to support it. But yeah, definitely that is the vision.
And it's like player made rifles and everything.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got some work to do. I made
Yeah.
it so you can
Well,
make a revolver and that's it.
it'd be really. I think it'd be really, really cool to just not like have no default shops and everything.
Yeah.
Everything is player based because it can be. Like if you
We
can,
you know, if we have enough people, to
yeah.
keep all that shit stocked and stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's the only risk in the play around economy if there isn't enough people, things start to run out and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I think it could be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of more of like a mid to long term goal. It was for 5M as well. So like imagine by the time we get there, ideally we already have enough people who are wanting to even do this and keep things stocked and have the
Yeah, yeah,
supplies and everything to do it.
yeah. I think a lot of people are interested in running shops and stuff, and it makes sense because like so far that I mean that's pretty much what we've been concentrating on, like the basic legal gathering, mining, farming, fishing. These are all things that feed into just normal average Joe shops. And then obviously we're gonna have like we've got smelting, but crafting tools and weapons and yeah, it'll all come together. We'll do it bit by bit. But yeah, I think I've got a ticket in there for plant on shops. I think I put it to select for work. Um but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Need to figure out how ownership's going to work. Like I've looked in a lot of servers, and a lot of them just sell it on Tabex. I don't really like the idea of just having, like I think I was looking at Forgotten Trails, and it's like 200 quid, and you can own a business. It's like what? I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know. It's strange.
I'd rather it be an eco drain with a rent, but I guess they could have
Well,
both. You could buy
exactly.
it and then have to pay rent.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think that's what they do. I think they sell them, and then you pay tax. I think they have a tax system or something. But I don't know. There should be a way to do it in game. But if you want to put some on TabX, sure. But there should be ways of doing it in game too. Maybe not. Maybe just I don't know. But it's pretty cool. That you can place. You can effectively place buildings anywhere in Red M. Like they're just objects. So that mapper that we've bought some of our maps from, he sells just plain houses, and you can drop ranches in wherever the fuck you want. So, um, yeah, it's definitely an option for us at some point. Because that's something else that other servers have on Tabix, the ability to just buy a house. A lot of them say, you have to open up a ticket and agree with them first where it's going to go and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I think the $1,500 is pretty steep.
Compared to what? I mean, a buggy, a small buggy with no storage compared to a hunting cart with
Yeah,
a
well,
crap ton of storage.
that's it. Like the hunting cart is pretty much the only thing that is like,
It's the in-game hunting cart.
yeah, exactly. It's built for end game hunting essentially. Yeah,
Min-maxing.
yeah, yeah.
It only has 10 spaces? That doesn't seem right.
10 carcass spaces.
Oh. I was
Yeah,
thinking of storages and, like, putting, like, shit in the trunk.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how much flexibility we have on that. Let me check real quick. Oh, we
Is the
can.
hunting card the only card that can hold carcasses then?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, okay. Then I can maybe just lower its trunk size and everything like that, just so people can use it.
We can adjust how many carcasses it can hold.
Oh, we can make it hold more.
Hmm. I don't know how we make it so that you have different classes of it, so that you can have one with 10 and one with 20. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I don't know about that
But
either.
the one on Forgotten is 2500 unlimited space. That seems broken. Rock up into town. I've got 2,000 gazelles in the back of my car.
50 carcasses spots for 5K. I mean, that's not bad. That's 50 carcasses a lot. That sounds like a lot though.
Yeah, 50 is a fucking lot. Like if you look at the size of some of these carcasses and then picture it in the back, bruh.
Yeah. Whoopsies, Justin.
Money. I ordered the I've ordered the TwitchCon jerseys.
Nice. I have not ordered my plane ticket yet.
Do it. Surely the price is going up.
Ah, who knows? Yeah. Look at the plane tickets are looking between 1,700 for nice seats and 2,600 for really nice seats.
How balling do you want to be?
Yeah, I don't think 2,600 is worth it for the short trip.
Is that similar to pricing last year?
Last year was 2,400 for good seats, not really good seats.
Hmm,
So cheaper.
that's good.
Yeah.
'Cause it's,
And that's flying in Amsterdam.
yeah, I was gonna say this flight is probably slightly longer than it is to Paris.
It was similar.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that much different, but yeah. Slack adjusting. Could you actually come in? Because you've said yes and no. You don't have a jersey because you never said yes, so you don't have the TwitchCon tags, so you could never have said yes. Oh, actually, you're not on the STRP Discord, are you? That's why. Morgan found out that certain animals have like different
Outfits.
versions.
Is how he described it.
Yeah, it's outfits. It's weird, but essentially those legendary elks that you've been farming, well, they're not legendary, which explains why they're so common. Told him and fucked his. Yeah. I think the idea of the legendary ones are they're supposed to be rare, so I was confused how the fuck everybody seemed to be farming legendary all the time, and I've never fucking seen one. I'm like, oh, the fuck? I figured people just find out where they always are or something, like GTA, where they find the spawns and like, okay.
Or that can't believe people. We need. I don't even know. My feelings about that one spot on GTA are so mixed. But there's like a spot where deer run and then fall to their
And just fall off,
death,
yeah,
and you just fucking unlimited skin fountain.
yeah, it's dumb. You could probably just drop in a a polyzone and have them despawn as they fall off that mountain. Just place the zone midair, and as they fall into it, they despawn. Fixed. Yeah, we handed out like 4 perm bans on Red M the other day because somebody found an exploit and did not come clean about it. And even after I banned them, they were playing dumb. I was like, and I could see in the logs what they'd done. I was like, I know what they've done. I don't know why they're acting coy about it, or like I'm not going to know. They literally went from to the number one richest spot. I was like, bro, you've abused the fuck out of this. Like,
Sounds like Bob Smith.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
new. They don't
exactly,
have logs.
exactly. Yeah, they don't have logs. Yeah.
Thank you,
So,
Morgan.
yeah.
I don't think you're hearing this, but thank you anyways.
And also thank you to Johnny because his charts.
And thank you, Johnny. Oh, Johnny tipped you off. Morgan made you verify. Able to
Johnny
verify.
didn't tip me off. I have that panel open every day. I look at it. And
Oh, sorry. His system tipped you off.
his system, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can always see who the top richest are, and if somebody appears out of nowhere, I'm like, right, what did they do? I went and had a look, and I seen a spike in the incomes. I was like, right, so it's something to do with hunting. Went and had a look, looked at his sell logs every couple of seconds, pounced. I was like, no. Like he had sold over 800 of the same legendary pounds. Like, nah, you're just taking the piss. Like I said in dev chat, it sucks having to ban people this early on, but like if you're gonna exploit to that scale and not tell us about it, like, nah, bro.
A little bit too far there, buddy.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
But like I was saying as well, like we're so early days that there's not really a player economy, so it's not like there's a cleanup. You know what they're gonna do by.
He didn't go there and buy out TBM or anything, you know.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing like that at the moment. So the cleanup there wasn't one. They didn't have to do anything because he still had all the money. It was like, okay. But later on, that if something like that happens on GTA, it's fucking pain in the ass. And you have to go hunting down where.
Thank God I haven't had to deal with any major cleanups lately. Jesus, it's been ages. I don't want it. Do you know if the storage in banks has been enabled yet?
On Red M?
Yeah, on Red M.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just a little bit out of the loop. I'm just, I'm trying to remember because I never was talked about. I remember that was one thing that was kind of important to kind of gain long-term people is if they could actually have a place to stash their shit.
What we need to work out is how in-game items are going to be delivered from Tabex. Because
Cool if you just pick it up from any postal station.
That's what I wrote on the packages, and that's what my initial thoughts were. And then I started to look into it because I started to put together the resource. And you have to go register for a mailbox for starters, so you don't just inherently have one. Which means that we'd have to make it so that you fill in your mail ID during checkout, and it could just replace the character thing. That's fine. So that's one option. Otherwise, it's character name and then get delivered to
something
like kind of like on it could be at City Hall in Blackwater or something, or like we do in GTA. I don't know, we've got a couple.
I think postal is the ideal method.
Postal is the most convenient, especially if you're living in separate towns. It means you can just pick it up wherever the fuck you want. The only risk to it is people mistype in the postal. I mean, people did fuck up their names on Tevex, but I guess there's just a little bit more risk to it with this one because the font is squiggly lines, so it's not as obvious. And it also means that if you're not in game, it's not something you're going to know off the top of your head. Like I know my character's name, I don't know what my postal is, so I'd have to log in and find out. Whereas, and if somebody is on their mobile looking on the store and thinking about buying something, and then all of a sudden they need their postal and they don't have it, they might just close out and be like, fuck it.
I mean, if we can get the postal ourselves just for the database, then, but if they don't have one, then what?
Well, exactly. That's because my original, enter your character name, sure, cool. And then I went to look at the mailbox. I was like, oh, no, it has a mailbox. Now what?
I mean, that's if we could just hijack the mailbox system where, like, you don't open your mailbox, you just open up a mailbox clone, I guess. That's a compensation box that doesn't require any kind of registration or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know. Was talking about that earlier as well, Phil. We know. That's the other issue. Yeah. We were saying again, Stone. We were talking about earlier a little bit. Wood is on the near horizon. We just need to figure out how we're going to do it because there's not really any. We're not sure. I want it to be nice, and I don't know if that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, we need wood gathering, but all the wood gathering systems we've seen have been pretty mid tier, low tier. So that we haven't seen any like animations or interactions where we're like, nice, we
Yeah.
could use that.
I,
It's all
I
like,
want you
what
to
the
be able to
hell
go
is this
around and
shit?
just chop down trees and they fall over. That's the dream. and then for the tree to stay chopped down. It could come back eventually, but I don't want it to come back whilst you're still cutting the one on the ground.
But also,
Oh,
you
there
don't want
we go.
people chopping down all the trees in a town or stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we could do. What I did for farming is I reused the bounty zones. I could just do exactly because it just means that those zones
You made a bunch of
gone,
no
that
farm zones.
yeah, I just used the town zones. So if you're in, I, the little dotted lines around towns, and the town turns red when you want it.
Yeah.
Those zones you can't go inside there.
Okay, cool. Did you make it so that it literally hijacks those exact settings, or it's like you just copy those settings and we can add more zones?
It's so those zones are zones in the game.
Oh,
I had to map them out for bounty hunting, but they are actual zones. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I had to map them out. Yes, I did. Maybe. No more designated areas.
worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna be selling wood planks at the wood place.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be shit. Like the like a designated area works better if you can only chop down certain trees. So if you can only chop down certain ones and they're just all around the world, then you get to the point where a player doesn't understand what trees they can or can't chop down, and that's just a bad user experience. Whereas if it's a designated area, you turn up, I can chop all the trees. Good user experience. Yeah, I know you don't like having to go to an area where everybody else is doing the same thing, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because you have other people to talk to, who are probably doing the same things. And for a new player, that's good because they can learn from you. But you know,
And it's a
I,
designated
I
area you can go and steal carts from.
yeah, I know that it's nice. And like I said earlier, for mining, originally I'd made it so that you can mine rocks everywhere in the world, but GTA just or Red Dead, whatever. As soon as I despawned that rock, it respawned that rock because it's just like the game's like there should be a rock here. And so I know that other servers have it so that you can just mine any rock, but the rock doesn't disappear, and they just put a cooldown there that you can't see, and then it just becomes super clunky. That's what I hated about those other servers. I was walking around, I have no idea what I can and can't mine. There's no cooldown, there's no indicator, you can't third eye them. You're just walking around aimlessly hoping for something to pop up on screen saying chop now. And it's like shit. It's such a shit experience that it makes no sense to me. So I much prefer the way we've done it. And that's why I think woodcutting is probably not going to be global. As much as I'd like it to be, I don't think it's going to be possible.
We can have multiple designated areas.
Yeah, for sure. Like we have with mining, we've got like 10 mines or something. Mines and caves. You like that? I honestly don't know how you can like that. Like, I honestly think it's such a shit experience. I get roughly 70 to 90 FPS. Or everything's on ultra though. That's just what the game set it at as default for me. That's before we even started adding any scripts or anything. But to be honest, it's not like GTA. We're not going to have like 400k cars. So, like in terms of us messing with the FPS, it's probably not an issue. The biggest impact to the FPS is probably just going to be player numbers, which is hard capped by Red M at the moment anyway. Hopefully they fix that, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, my FPS is similar to GTA essentially, but the game looks way better.
Phil, if there's like areas around the map that would be good for mining, and we haven't set up mining there, I mean, that's also something you could take pictures of. You know, take a picture of the area and the location on your map, and make a suggestion for that or something like that, and we could see about adding it too. You know.
Yeah, you'll have to convince me though, because at the moment I've set up every cave and mine, and so in my head, you know, like I was saying earlier, good user experience. I'm going to a cave I expect to be able to mine, and you can in all of them. If it's just random rocks in a field, why can't I mine these ones and not those ones? So
Right, not in a
that
field, but
user-
if it's like a imagine you're like in a rocky area and there's this
yeah,
one
yeah.
like
If there's a
pit.
quarry somewhere in the game that I don't know about, yeah, tell me.
Right.
I'll
Okay.
do
Cool.
it. Yeah,
Right.
because I don't know the map. I fly around and find new things all the time. I added a new smelting location today. In fact, I
Oh,
forgot
cool.
it. I just found a random like factory and it had a big furnace. I was like, sick. Smelting location. It's way better than the other one actually. Because I think our other one is on a conveyor belt or something stupid. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bad
Not a good
place.
spot.
The new one's way better. But
We've
yeah,
seen more of those.
like yeah, I'm just like I said, learning the map. I've never played Red Dead, so like, as we find things, we'll figure it out and add stuff as we go. You can't pay for an unban. That's not true.
That is some BS rumor. $5,000, 5,000 pounds. I don't know why I said dollars. 5,000 pounds definitely is the rumor, but no negotiations have been made yet. We did get more staff lately, so we probably should increase inflation as well. I'd say we're up to about like 6,000.
Yeah. So in terms of so for our sheriff's departments, we've got like 3 to 5 per town at the moment. 6 towns total. I think I had to look earlier. We've got like 22-ish deputies. So next steps, finding some sheriffs. And then eventually we're obviously going to start wanting some dedicated Red M staff, because not a lot of our staff is actually playing Red M, which is fine because they were hired for GTA. But at some point, we'll probably remove the GTA mods that aren't actually playing, because I don't want someone who joins the Red M server, because we have people in there now that don't play STRP at all. So somebody comes in and messages a red name, a staff member, for help, and they're like, "Oh, I don't play Red M." Shit in it. So why the fuck are you staff then?
Right.
So at some point that will have to happen, because I just think that'd be suck for a new player to come in and ask a staff member for help, and they're like, "What are you talking about? I don't play that game." And then they'll be like, "Well, why? Why don't you play this
Right.
game? Your staff on it."
That's a good point.
So yeah, not in any rush, because with early days, but at some point that will have to happen. Next crop of junior staff. Don't know. We do it
Sooner
as
the better.
frequently as we can. Yeah, exactly. In my opinion, it should literally be a rotating door. Since one batch is done, let's get another batch in, because like the GTA servers just need staff. there's never going to be. I don't know what number is a sufficient number, but it's a high population server.
I thought it used to be what it is now, but nowadays it's like the number's like 100. I think you need.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like, there's basically, I don't think we can fill enough seats to make it happen. So it has to be constantly rotating because you have
Yeah.
staff that burn out and leave or whatever. So there's that too. Plus, now we're running 2 games, 3 servers. So just in general across the board, mine and Kevin's time stretched between all of it as well. So it's just like we just need more.
Yep.
We have had there is staff that play Red M frequently. I know TVs is on it a lot. Izza's been on it a lot. I think Rach has been playing it quite a bit. Kenj is on there. Eggs has been playing it.
I think I've seen Dave on.
Yeah, and Mo as well. So yeah, there's actually it's quite a lot of the people on there that are staff. So it's definitely not moderated, especially for what the population is at the moment. So it's not. It's really not a worry.
I can't load up the Red MTX admin. Probably a me thing. I think Shul would be a good first Red M staff member if he continues to show interest. He has long term. I guess what's the word I'm trying to think of? Experience in our staff team, I guess, and beforehand he used to be he's been admin back in the first version of STRP 5M.
Has he shown interest in that? Or
He hasn't expressed any interest about the staff position or anything like that, but if he's playing more, he's more than I think he's capable of the position at least.
Yeah, for sure. It's been nice to see some old names knocking around on Red M. I just made Gash a deputy today, so
Oh, cool.
it's cool to see him they're coming on every day as well, which is nice because my main concern about the server at the moment is it is still super early days and we are missing a lot of things that other servers have. So having people that come on every day and play for long periods of time is great because it encourages other people to come on and stuff as well. So don't want it to sizzle out before it's reached maturity.
I agree. Are you able to load the Red MTX admin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just having some major connection issues with that location, I guess. I can't even remote in.
You just knocked me off it.
Oh. Well, I didn't actually even get in.
Oh, weird.
Sorry. I was just testing to see because if it was just in case it wasn't just me.
Yeah, exactly, Phil. That's why I struggle to justify playing the game at the moment because every day I'm playing is days I'm not deving, and one day's dev at the moment can be really impactful. So yeah, I know I've been going hard on the Red M. Morgan's been doing a lot as well, and Kaylee's drawing a shit look like she's got a new iPad for it. For fuck's sake, she's on.
Is she loving it?
Yeah, she likes it. She's got the new magnetic pen for it and everything. So yeah, she's liking it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The image she's doing is really nice as well. It's really good. I really like the art style. It's nice when it all starts to come together because when I started doing farming and there was no images, it's like but now she's firing through all the images and it's feels like it's coming to life where all the images starting to show up and stuff. So it's cool.
I have such a hard time. If I can't add an image with my work, I almost don't even want to do it. And I'll be spending so much time trying to get an image, even if it's just a temporary one. that
Yeah.
I could give up sometimes. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not adding this today because I can't find a freaking image."
See, I have to just push on. Like when I was doing the farming UI and stuff, and it was just a broken image for where the image is going to be. It's kind of sad. I'm like, I hope this looks good when an image is here. I just have to have faith that it will. But we put so much demand on images because Morgan's got fucking like 700 fucking hunting images, so she's constantly busy.
Yeah.
And I was like saying to her earlier, right, I'm gonna need, I need like I've got like 5 skill images I need. I'm gonna need images for Tebex. Like I've still got like loads of stuff I need.
It's good though. Good keeping her busy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely keeping her busy. And even just going through like the inventory folder on the API, there's still shitloads of basic item images that we haven't replaced yet. But we have shitloads. She has done loads. We have got loads of really nice looking images, so it's nice to see.
I heard there was cart damage. Like your cart can be damaged or buggy can be damaged. But I don't know if we have anything to repair them yet. But I did add an item to do that and a way to craft that item.
Yes, seen that. And this problem of not playing, I have no idea. I don't know.
I asked Morgan. He said carts do break down, but he said there is no way to fix them apparently.
Right, interesting. I know, like, if you shoot the horse, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't know how you break. I don't know if the wheels can fall off or something. I have no
I
idea.
almost want to say they can, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Stan, do you have a question about 5M in general?
They don't break down. Yeah, if you have specific questions, then fire away. We're here to talk about both.
The Red Dead Redemption is just the new hotness. There's so much for us to do. It's exciting for us. It's exciting for us to build the world, put all the pieces together, and everything like that. So
yeah. We did talk quite a lot about 5ML as well, but we flip between them a lot. Like if you've just tuned in, tuned in during a Red M conversation, but I've been flipping back and forth quite a lot. There is a channel called How to Join. In there's a button to do the whitelist. It's just a like 2-question thing. Just don't make it a sentence each, and you'll be fine. And don't use AI. We had it's automated. We have AI to detect AI now, so literally everybody was using AI. So I signed us up for, and we now do an API call to check for AI.
Oh, does that cost like a subscription fee or something?
It's free. I managed to find a free one. Yeah, which probably means it's less accurate, but at the end of the day, is what it is. You know, it's a free resource. As it feels great.
Like, feels very similar. Like when it comes to like, we're kind of just putting our systems in Redm with a Redm, twist and lore and everything like that. But it gives us more things though to do with our style, which is cool.
Yeah, like if you were here for the start of STRP, you would have. This is a similar kind of process that we went through for the GTA server. We're going through it again, except this time we have the added benefit of we have a massive pool of resources we've already made, and are able to, they're tried and tested. Like people like doing this, so let's do this in Red M. And like the farming system that I released today is based off of the weed growing system in GTA. The UI is very similar. The mechanics of it are all very similar. Under the hood, a lot has changed, but people do a lot of weed growing, and it's a popular thing. So and farming in general is big on Red M. So it's marrying up some systems that make sense and we have experience with. Yeah, for sure. Like if we didn't have the knowledge of 5M in our back pocket, it'd take us fucking a lot longer to figure this stuff out and learn it. But we're coming at Red M with years, like a lot of years of experience of 5M. So we have loads of okay, dude. Yeah, we have loads of experience in our back pocket to go at it with.
How ironic.
Oh, you can't see. You can't see the how to join channel for some reason.
If you can't see the how to join channel, then go to the very top of the
Oh, yeah, it's
Discord.
the browse channels one, is it? And you
Yeah,
can-
I'll see if I can make sure that's a default channel real quick.
yeah.
Might be because we turned off freaking onboarding.
Mm. New motto STRP sub. Oh, that's confused what you're saying there, but yeah. Oh yeah, Nikki was mentioning our YouTube, our TikTok, and our Twitter/X accounts have all been. So Nikki's handling all our social medias now, essentially. So if you're not already following all of them, you should go check them out. She's actually, because our social media accounts have been, we've had a couple stabs at it over the years, but me and you have never had time to actually look after them. So having somebody actual take ownership of them and post to them regularly is really nice. So it's good. You're too old for social. Yeah, same to be honest. I'm never on Facebook. I don't use. I have a Twitter account, but I don't ever log in. I use YouTube. That's about it though. Nikki, if you have the links, drop them in the chat, and because I don't, not off not off the top of my head. Now's the time. I don't even have an Instagram account. I just not interested.
Yeah, I don't have any social media.
I deleted Snapchat. I just can't be bothered. Such a shit. The only social media I have is TikTok, and it's when I go to the toilet, I just scroll. That's about it. The only reason I've kept Facebook is for Facebook Messenger, but I don't even use that anymore. I don't message anyone on it anymore, so it's on that. It's high up on my potentially delete list because I haven't posted to it or read anything on it in fucking years. It's not interesting. Discord's my social. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Outside of Discord, I don't. Discord and WhatsApp, and I only have WhatsApp because that's where my family messages. I don't really talk to anyone else on WhatsApp other than family. You don't have permission to send a message. What should? I'll mod you actually last year. Yeah. No, you don't have permission. There's the links in the chat there. Oh yeah, we got new. I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the previous weeks, but we have new domains. We bought new domains. We have strp.games. And
We should have made an announcement for that, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. I've just kind of been ninja moving URLs over in the background, like all the commands, like the bots all send you to the correct places now, and I've updated the wording here and there. But we definitely didn't. Definitely not announced it. I don't know if we've spoken about it in any of our streams, but yeah, we have.
I think the domain that is currently strp.store, the website that's on there needs to be strp.games.
Yeah. SRP.games just goes there.
Yeah, strp.store is the one with all of our options.
Yeah. I think Oh, that's another thing I said to another job I gave to Kayla. It's like, okay, because for that STRP.store website, it's like, okay, we need to start introducing and pushing the IRL merch with that left hand box. It's like, okay, Kayla, I want actual designs people want to wear.
Whew. That'd be pretty cool to sell some merch.
Yeah, I mean we've had a merch store for years and we've like never pushed it or advertised it. I have a couple of t-shirts and hoodies from it around here and there, but it's just like the our offerings on it are pretty shit. Like it's just the logo blown up and in different positions. It's like meh. I have the mugs are nice, but that's about it. Everything else, it's cool, but it'd be cool to have some actual uniquely designed prints that Kaylee can put up on t-shirts and stuff. That'd be
Mhm.
cool. Especially if we get some like, you could have like GTA Cityscape in the background, and you can have Red M ones, and have some cool on-brand t-shirts,
Heck yeah.
and then we can get those t-shirts in game.
I mean, technically.
hmm And then we need to whitelist those t-shirts to only people who have it in real life.
Maybe that'd be a little bit of effort, but I want to say possible.
Not got enough fucking clothing.
Is it worth it though?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess if merch becomes our number one income stream, then sure.
Yeah. Shit, why we be doing games all this time? Everybody wants merch.
Well, you need a community to buy it,
Yeah.
Shirts with some gang names would be nice. Yeah. Too sure all the restrictions on using like the name Lost MC, which is like a GTA thing for clothing.
Yeah, true. You'd have to definitely can't be putting any actual copyright on real life items because then we're really gonna get fucked.
I saw you sold 3 T-shirts last year with the name Ballas on it. You owe us $14.
Yeah.
K9 for Chief, yeah. That'd be a good shirt with a little dog on it. But is STRP.games going to get that website that is on STRP.store right now?
Maybe I would like SCRP.games to be a little bit different. I'd like it to have more information. Like that STRP.store one is a cool landing page to redirect you to places, but there's not any information on there. And it'd be nice to have information and pictures. Here's our dev team. Here's our forums. Our
I was
servers
like,
started.
did you
in
did you
this year.
tell him what you wanted?
No. Well, I asked for the store thing. I got what I wanted for the store thing. Although he added things to it that I didn't ask for, which is probably why you're saying it should be the actual games website, because he's
Yeah, I didn't know it was
traveled
supposed to be
in.
just for stores.
Yeah, well, that's originally what I wanted it for. But
Uh,
it's kind of lurched into it should be the main website kind of territory. But for main website, like I said, there's more things I'd like on it. So I don't know.
I mean, we could expand this. There could be interact with the icons to get
Oh
the
yeah,
more
for sure.
information that you're
Yeah,
talking
exactly,
about.
for sure. You could probably make it so that I think when you hover over the icons at the moment, the wiggle, if you click on it, you could just expand that section or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, our website forever has just been a massive logo that is just a forwarding
Trash.
URL, so it's been shit, yeah.
Our
So
lead developer is a front end developer, and that's our landing page for 5 years.
hey
Fuck's
man,
sake.
I do not advertise as a front end developer.
Yeah, I understand.
I am, but I don't advertise it. I'm just shit at design. That's the problem.
Yeah, that
Great
that
front end
level of
work.
imagination and stuff is tough.
Not an artist, man. I'm a problem solver. I'm not a. You know, there's two kinds of developers. There's well, I don't really call them the kind of developer. I call them a designer. It's someone who does art and is artistic, and then there's my kind, like Alex and Morgan, who problem solvers. It's logical code. It's yeah. I'm happy. I woke up this morning and had a look in the Red dev chat, and everybody has been making AI songs, including you. I was like, oh my god.
Dude, some of them were bangers. I'm just saying.
I made one as well. I woke up, I was like, fuck it, I'm doing one.
Alex made one with a chorus that was so catchy. Oh my god. The shit was funny.
I don't know, Phil. I'm really conflicted on the idea. On the one hand, it feels like it's necessary, but I don't want it to be necessary because it's money coming out of nowhere for potentially doing nothing. So I haven't made my mind up. I don't know. I did have the armory really cheap, and Kevin just bumped it all up, so now it's more necessary.
I bumped it up because if I
Because you
didn't,
can reset. I know.
Yeah,
I've seen why.
okay.
I've seen why you did it. I was like, fuck. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense, and now I'm like, yeah, but cops have no income right now unless they catch bounties, and right now bounties aren't guaranteed. And if you catch someone and arrest them the proper way outside of the bounty system, you get fuck all. So maybe cops need to go, and probably medics too, because I think we're struggling for medic numbers. We a bunch of people got hired, and then I don't think they're actually medicing, probably because it's not worth any money. So potentially we're going to turn back on salaries. Yeah, I just don't want it to make the economy not good. I still think hunting's way too good, but it's better. But yeah, it's just back and forth, try to find that balance. But yeah, we'll see. Didn't mind being a doctor till they told you had to dress like a twat. Yeah.
Is a dress code? I guess makes sense, but
I think Rich put together some SOPs and stuff, and in there was a dress code.
GG.
I haven't done any SOPs for cops. I've just the cops. That's the Wild West itself. I've told every department to come up with their own ideas and self-regulate until I put a sheriff in charge, and then they can formalize it themselves as well. Because I don't have time. I don't have time to go make the laws and everything for you. So sort it out yourselves. But also comes back to what our previous conversations of. I want the towns to be self-run, and if you have a shit mayor and a shit sheriff, because these are all going to be appointed and elected positions. So if they're shit, get rid of them or move out. So it'll make sense in the end up, but yeah, we're too early days for it to have that effect. It's not new recipes. Yeah, like I said, at the moment it's far too early days to worry about it too much. So long as people are not being daft, it is a whitelisted server. So if you're being a tit, you're letting everybody down, and you will lose whitelisted. The background story like that? What do you mean? Do you mean you got denied your whitelist, or? Double the slots? Ooh.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know is the problem. I think $1,000 is better. I don't know if it should go up to 20 slots though.
Same price, 20 slots then?
I think Well, I think 1,000 for like 12 slots. Maybe so those are that rough ballpark area is what I'm thinking. I think 1,500 is a lot of money to get to, which is fine because we need end game stuff. But it's a very popular thing that people want because hunting is one of our biggest jobs at the moment, and there's a lot of people that started the game and got them for $100. And so they're out hunting all the time, and everybody else is like, "Well, I want to do that," but they can't because to get to $1,500 is a lot of fucking time and effort. So
Right.
1,000 brings it a little bit more achievable, and not bumping the 10 up to something silly keeps it from being just an ultimate moneymaker. Like 10,
Still,
10's already good, so I would definitely wouldn't go as far as 20, but Phil has one. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
okay.
The only problem is that that hunting cart resources closed source, so we're kind of hands tied on what we can do. The config for it is literally the size of the drop zone, how many carcasses, and should it save it to the database.
Can I
So
say it again?
the size of the drop zone, which I assume is just how close to the cart you need to be to take and put things in and take them out.
Mm.
How many carcasses can you put in it, and should it save the carcasses to the database? So really, you only have one option to change, which is how many carcasses, and it's
Okay.
yeah.
What
Maybe we
what
could make
script
a
is that?
suggestion to it's KD Hunter Wagon. What up, Michael Schmeichel? Michael Shaw's playing Red M now. You should come play Red M.
Wow, what a config.
Yeah.
Very, very friendly.
Are you looking in shared config? Yeah.
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 The
There's
heck?
not really anything to change. And the problem is, like, these scripts are really good, and he does sell the open source ones, but for an astronomical amount of money.
What, it was like 300 or something? Yeah,
I think for the Hunter Wagon, it's like 100, but the script on its own was like 15 or 10, 15. So it's literally like 10 times the price for open source, and it's a small script. It, we probably could do this on our own. To be honest, we figured out the natives for it already. So
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could have more than one hunting wagon, like a small, medium, large.
the problem is that native only works on that wagon. That's why.
Well, then what's the point of open
So,
sourcing it then?
well, maybe if we, yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know if like we could duplicate the wagon though. Like on GTA, if you copy the vehicle and
Rename all its assets, rename all the files.
yeah, like surely
Its hash would
surely that
change.
surely that native is activated somewhere in the metadata under a hole somewhere. So surely there's a
Mm.
way, and all we need to do is duplicate the car, and then we can give the second one black wheels or something. Whatever. It doesn't even need to look different, to be honest. It just needs to have a different model name so that they're distinguishable in code. As long as they both work, amazing. But I'd hate to go through all that trouble and find out that actually we can't do that. It's half price on Steam right now, Michael. You can get Red Dead Online for a tenner.
Technically not going to be possible on that one, Sterling. Unless we add our own cart selling system.
Yeah, so the cart selling system is 300 if we want it open source.
Hell no. Hell no.
It's
Fuck
expensive,
that
but
shit, bro.
it
I think we're
is.
better off just using what we got. And if something open source down the line comes available that's newer and better, then sure. Or we can just do it ourselves, hopefully one day.
Yeah. It's just the thing is, it's a really good. All of those packages are really good. They're worth the money, especially for the closed source prices. And we don't really need to fuck with them that much. We've got so many other things to be concentrating and working on that we don't, you know, we don't need a second hunting wagon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any. I don't know. I don't think other servers have it. So it's not something we need to worry about at the moment. There's a million other things to work on. So once we've done other stuff, we can start to think about that. I'm gonna have to start working on API endpoints because I want the bot to start. I want to be able to look people up in Discord through the bot.
Like
we
how
don't
the
have
dashboard
any.
can.
Yeah. Like all that API work has to. I mean, eventually we're gonna need it for like the MDT and stuff anyway, or however the fuck we're gonna do that. Did whip up a quick UI for it, and it was like Kayla did me a clipboard. It's just gonna be like a little clipboard UI thing, but
On Discord?
no, for in-game MDT.
Oh, in-game MDT? Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Who's going to be using that?
Cops, doctors, bosses, probably. It's just because at the moment a lot of things are just like in-game menus, and that feels like early days STRP. Which is it gives us functioning things and it's very quick to do. Cool, but an NUI is way nicer.
Oh, yeah.
But it also takes a lot more effort. So we're in this stage where it's nice to quickly pump out stuff, but eventually that will slow down and we'll start concentrating on big projects like that. Farming took a couple of days. The MDT would also take longer. Like I did start to put it together, and I've got a repo up for it. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to work either because like, should you just be able to remotely do it? Don't know, kind of weird.
Like, just use that clipboard anywhere?
Yeah. I don't know. And whatever restrictions we start to add on to it, increase the amount of time it's going to take to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like say you could do like certain things anywhere on it, but you have to be like at your base or you have to be at your doctor's office to access like all the patient's information or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like that's the ideal thing if it's fed into like coordinates and it can be like, oh, you're in a police station, you have access to prisoner files. It'd be cool if each department had their own database as well.
Yeah, like if someone was
But-
arrested in Valentine, then that information is only in Valentine.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think those are good ideas.
Would
I
be
think
sweet.
policies would be nice to have. I mean, even just as like an intro where you just like make a name and you have a list of people that are part of your posse. And honestly, we can have a posse level and experience with no rewards at first, but at least let people like, work towards some kind of group effort,
Yeah, and posters would be just like the same way I did it on GTA with the hub system. That's
Yeah.
the system I'd use. Gangs pretty much got it first because they're the easiest to do. Like cops and medics have a lot more intricacies to them, especially when you start wanting to do patient files and arrest reports, and it starts to get really complicated.
Fines
Whereas
and
gangs,
times
a
and
couple of buttons.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a good test run. Just giving it to gangs first. It gets into the hands of the most people.
It might help open up the idea of adding some criminal stuff as well.
Yeah, which I definitely want to start. We've just about we've got medic system in place. We've got law system in place. Now we need some criminal stuff. If you can add a saddlebag to your horse, and they do have storage. That's already a thing.
Where do you add the storage, or where do you add the saddlebag?
At stable, you can just buy saddlebags as a accessory.
It's not an item you buy and put on the horse. It's like you modify your horse in the menu, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's an accessory. Okay.
Mhm.
And do those accessories cost money?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Very
Those
high
probably some prices I
cost
need to
involved.
adjust.
Yeah, probably. So my idea for that would be marshals. We're probably gonna have marshals that are just like, kind of like state police in GTA. You know, they'll have jurisdiction everywhere, whereas the sheriffs right now I've told them they've got jurisdiction within their state only. So if I'm a deputy in Valentine, I have jurisdiction from Valentine all the way over to the coast in Ansburg. So, you know, it's 2 towns per state. So 2 towns can work together. But cross state, I prefer they don't. You know, if shit's really hitting the fan, feel, you know, I guess reach out. But ideally, you're sticking to your own sort of town partners. Bounties will work for politics. Maybe bounties that stack across members of
I don't know.
explain. You know,
I'm trying to think of it's like if let's say you're in an area and one of your guys shoots someone, should all you guys get the charge or something like that? I don't think so. What's going in my head is like a scene from like a movie. I think it's The Hateful Eight, where they're because that's like a that time. And he's like reading off his bounties he has for like a posse, and he's like so and so. He's the big ticket. He's got X amount of bounty. Then we got little Jimmy for 5,000 and Big John for 3,000. You know, it's like a lot of the people in the posse might be wanted, but they all kind of have their own bounties for certain things they've been done themselves.
mhm.
But I mean, a heist makes sense, though. Sharing it, not just whoever starts the heist, but everyone in the area.
Someone in the posse takes a bounty. Everyone, what do you mean? Yeah, I'm hoping that we can have things like the saddlebags be crafted and then we add them that way. But don't know how. It just depends. It's the same as our clothing system. Like, I'd love for us to be able to craft clothing because we have all these pelts. They could definitely, and our clothing system supports buying clothing. So if we can figure out how to tie into it, then amazing. We can make it so that you can make a coat as an item and then you use it and then you own that coat. Awesome. That's a really cool system because clothes do cost money. And if you can just craft them for free, amazing. And even means somebody can make a fucking clothing shop and sell you clothing. Awesome.
For the tanning, kind of how I was talking about earlier with the different meat sections. I was thinking of like for the hides, like we have like a small animal hides, medium animal hides, and large animal hides, and then we can decide which ones you'll need to use for certain things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Red M at the moment. We own a Red M and a 5M server, so we bounce between the two during these streams and talk about both. Hopefully you can keep up because it might get confusing, but they're very different games. So it's usually pretty obvious what we're talking about, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I 100% agree. Totally agree. Again, it's just one of those things that takes time to. And can we tie into our existing systems, or is this something
I want
that's
to say
locked?
no, unfortunately, but at a minimum, we can make it so you can make these items and then like sell them to like a stable. Just at least have some kind of income path for these pelts and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But in the long run, it'd be very nice if we can make it so that in the in the saddle shop you can't just get any saddle that's available, and you have to actually craft the item and apply it to your horse and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
for sure. And I like that. So our horses age and die at the moment, and I like that because it means we're not as, if we get the balance in for horses wrong, it doesn't matter because within a month they're all dead. So we've got like a get out. Unfortunately, for things like accessories, I think you get them back. So there's no
That's
one doing
fine.
that. But
If you want to have multiple horses, you're gonna need multiple sets of accessories.
yeah, for sure, for sure. What I'm saying is, at the moment, if the best bag costs $10, you can buy it, and in the future, you need a bunch of legendary items to make it cash in now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but obviously, I mean, same thing happened with 5M. At the start, there's easy ways to do stuff, and even right now, like, you can hang on to all those things you're farming because tomorrow it'll be rebalanced and it'll be worth more. So don't sell it today. It's just benefits of getting in early, basically. Like if you bought the hunting wagon for $100 and now it's $1,500.
Oh.
Stonks.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, so it started off at 100, and then I really.
Yeah, Morgan messaged me. He's like, "Yeah, there's all these all these carts and wagons that aren't being used because there's no config for them. Can you please do them?" So I was like, "All right." I
To be
kind of
honest, it
just
needs to go, but like, there's so many, and like, it's the same with the horses. And why I'm less worried about with the horses, I'd like actually first to actually only sell a small handful of them in the stables, and the rest of them
yeah,
go out in the wild and find them.
right.
It's much cooler. Like, because at the moment you have access to fucking everything, and that means we can't unlock things and make it, because we can make it so that you build the carts. That's way cooler than just, oh, I can buy any cart I want.
Yeah.
So again, future content, but at the moment, yeah, everything is basically unlocked, and you can do what the fuck you want.
I guess one step that it was, last night I was at the gun store a little bit, prices and stuff like that. So it's not just every single gun is $20, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Just a lot to look at and set up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what we've been doing, or aiming for. Yeah, I mean, if everything's immediately attainable, you quickly complete the game and have nothing left to do. So that's why things shouldn't all be easy, especially when the server's new, and so there's not loads of people to talk to and do things. So the main thing people are doing is going around grinding, minding their business. So you definitely want them to. That's what's great about the skill systems being uncapped. You can go grind all day, and you're still making progress, even if it's not making you loads of money. You are progressing your skills, which over time, there'll be more unlocks and they'll become more useful. So
Yep.
it's good.
Yeah, I took the semi pistol off. I feel like a semi pistol is like hardcore in game pistol, maybe. So I just got rid of it for now. We got our main revolver. We got our like introductory rifle. It's still cheap, like the Vermint or whatever, or the Springfield stuff
I
like that.
think I don't know. I keep seeing. I don't think we're selling the ammo for the Vermin, and I think the description on it says use rifle ammo, and it's not rifle ammo. So
I checked last night, and it definitely does take rifle ammo, and it sells rifle ammo.
oh,
For some reason,
which one
people
take-
kept wanting to talk about 22. Like there was 22 ammo in there, and I got rid of it because nothing uses 22 ammo.
I
I
thought
I
the
went.
Vermin used 22. I haven't tried it myself, but
Um,
I keep hearing people complain about this fucking Vermin. And then somebody said that they spawned the ammo in for it, and it's a shit gun anyway. I was like, I was like,
There-
yeah, but
what's strange
everybody keeps
is-
complaining about where the fuck's the ammo?
The weapon, there's a weapons Dalua and there's an items Dalua, and the weapons are in both. So maybe that could be why. Like, let me see.
If it's not the
Ammo
same in
or
both,
422. Yeah, because it's the what weapon is it? It's the
Environment or something?
varmint. Yeah, this is the weapon rifle underscore varmint, and there's ammo underscore varmint, but the ammo or the weapon rifle underscore varmint, its ammo type is equal to ammo underscore rifle. And its description is takes rifle ammo. So I don't know. It might have already been fixed, to be honest.
There's also RSG ammo, and in that config file, there's a mount varmint ammo as if it has its own ammo. So that could also be an issue. I don't know if that's doing something different in there.
There's a which folder was it? Is it ammo something?
RSG ammo, and it's another resource. I have no idea what that resource does, but
yeah, I
it's
see.
referencing an ammo underscore varmint.
Oh, I'm guessing amount of revolver ammo per. I'm guessing it's like when you have a gun in your hand, you press the reload button. It's the amount of bullets it'll like hold in like its cartridge.
Hmm.
So like if you're using ammo revolver, it'll only hold 12. But if you're using I don't know, revolver explosive, you can only hold 10. That's what I'm guessing.
See, in its client file, it says varmint rifle, and it says ammo underscore 22.
Yeah, and
So there's definitely some weird shit going on. Maybe it just needs it needs changing in one of them. They need to. I assume they need to match.
oh yeah, see, yeah, if weapon hash equal to weapon underscore varmint, then ammo 1, ammo 2. Yeah, what the fuck? What?
Yeah,
Why do they have their shit all over the place, dude?
yeah, but that's like this framework. It's I don't know, man. But like
It's
equally
better.
obvious.
It's better, but it's sussy. It's just weird.
Yeah.
They did a lot of like a lot of laziness. Not a lot. It's not very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can leave it as varmint and just make it so that it actually takes varmint ammo. I guess.
I don't mind. Don't care. What is the what were the tranquilizer versions of the ammo? What does that do? Does that actually put you to sleep?
Sounds like we need to try it out. I don't know. Or puts animals to sleep. Maybe.
Why would you do that though?
For a cleaner killing method, I think.
Ah, interesting.
Morgan was showing me last night that you can like lasso an animal and like kind of reel it in, and you can finish it off like a clean kill. So I'm guessing maybe if you trank the animal, then
Mm,
the way you kill it can be better for a higher chance of better pelts or whatever. I don't know.
mm, sure.
Let's see. Deal with the varmint.
What happened to the beard? I had a shave. It's gone. It was getting out of control.
I'm ready to wrap up if you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Nice little stream.
Jumping on.
Lots to do.
Mm, Nobody on red Sag. Have we raided Thimble before?
Not that I remember, no.
Let's do that, shall we?
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, raid up. Thanks for stopping by, guys. It's been a good stream again. We'll be back again sometime next week. If you haven't checked out our Red server, do it. And if you haven't checked out our GTA server, do it.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Catch you later.